So welcome to 2024. Now, normally by this point I've probably been about 4 or 5 sessions deep, but decided this year just to wait a little bit longer. More family time, Christmas presents for the kids. Just so obviously start to enjoy it. But yeah, we're out, we're fishing. Today is a bit different. I decided to come onto one of my local waters. It's a very, very small intimate lake with, I'd probably say, a very, very good stock of carp. It is a match lake, so you will see some bream and some perch in here, but it's graced with some very decent carp, I've got to be fair. Over on the right hand side there is a bigger specimen lake, which I would normally fish on, but I just, like I said, I get a bend in the rod, start 2024. I know it's February, I know obviously we're starting this season a little bit later than normally would, but with a few things planned this year now, I just want to get out, get a bend in the rod, see what we can do, test out some different rigs, test out some different bait patterns. You'll see through the course of today now I've done a little bit different to what I normally do. Rather than filling it in, like I said, there's a small lake, so filling in a small lake and then catching sort of 10 pound, 12 pound carp, it's not ideal when you're waiting, but we'll see what we can do. Spin you around now and I'll show you exactly what we're working with today. So the left hand rod, of course it's got to be the Magic Bean. It's already done one bite, 5 minutes in the water, and we were graced with it. I could probably say a little bit of a 6 to 7 pound carp. Hopefully obviously they get bigger through the day, but nice way to start 2024. So left hand rod, as we can see on the screen now, just to the left of the island, 12mm pink Magic Bean doing the business on a slip D. And then to the right hand side, the right hand rod towards the island centre, as you can see now where I'm pointing out, we've gone for a 12mm OG fish pop-up, just a little bit different, scatter across a little bit of a bait. I'm not trying to fill it in, it's only a very intimate water, so we're trying to, a bite at a time, and if we can pinch 1 or 2 today, I think leading for the rest of the year, it should be a good start, and it's nice to get out for a change rather than being stuck in the pouring down rain in sunny South Wales. But yeah, let's see what we can bring out for today, get some fish for you, and we'll go from it. So as we've said, we've already had one, literally for 5 minutes. Like I said, it is a bit of a runs water. Here for 5 minutes, rods are out, left hand rod, 12mm pink Magic Bean, with a little string of fruit and nut 10mm boilies, courtesy of the new Parker Baits range. So they were out for literally 5 minutes, and I was graced with about a 7 or 8 pound carp, and I'll put the footage on here for you now. But for the rest of the day now, we'll just see what we can pull out. From my experience, I've been here a lot. This is one of my more common local waters. I've spoken to the owner. We're not going to really do a lot on the venue because she does want to keep it private. But no, it's a nice little local water that we can all benefit from. I'd say the carp in here, they range from anything from 2-3 pound all the way up to the biggest I've had out here is 16 pound. The more commons are around the sort of the 10 to 12 pound mark, and there are 1 or 2 mirrors in here gracing the double figures, but they'll say they're low double figures. The idea today is get a bend in the rod, try some new rigs out. Let's see if we can just grace the net with a few carp to start 2024, and we'll have some fun. live viewers out there, you would probably notice there's only 2 rods on a 3 rod setup. I am allowed to use 3 rods. It's a very small day because, you know, I'm normally fishing on the big specimen lake to the right hand side, but it was a particular swim that I fancied out there today, so I just pulled out the 9-foot rods. I spoke to the owner. Obviously I'm allowed the 3 rods, but I decided to start with the 2. I don't want to overcrowd the lake. There are some people out there doing a bit of mix, which is some match fishing, as you can see, and some guys over at the right hand side because of the carp setups. Like I said, if I chuck 3 lines out in front of me now, and it's a little bit overcrowded in my opinion, so start with 2, see what we do, see how we can get the fish going and go from there, but we'll see how the day goes. So as we touched on, guys, with these freebies, like I said, we haven't got to do anything massive. You haven't got to fill the bait in, you haven't got to be putting 2-3 kilos of bait in just to get these fish going in on this particular lake. All I've been doing has been stringing us up with PVA bags or just a couple of catapults over there with the I've actually got my match catapult with me today from Guru. I'm just chucking 1 or 2 singles out at a time. I'll just show you now, literally just filling the pouch, 2 or 3 in there one go and sending that out. But yeah, get that going. Here's the baits. As you can see, they are soaked in the flat spot, and again, as I was touching on with Elaine earlier on, as soon as she came here, this is what she could smell. The baits are soaking, the baits are going. Look how soft these are. Really soft. You can just see the oils burning out of there now. Look at that, beautiful. And that's what about the carp, that's what they like. These are the shelf life version. You can get the frozen version as well, but obviously I prefer the shelf life, and it's really good that they do give you the option of both. But yeah, look, you can see that's what the fish are mulling on. As soon as they get obviously a lot of the lake water soaked into them as well, they do lighten up a bit, as we can see from this one. That's probably the end of the colour that we'll be working with. But as soon as it's out on the big lake bed, all these flecks that are soaked on the baits and steamed onto the baits after they've been rolled, that's what's coming up in the water. That's exactly what the bait company is all about. So yeah, guys, have a little look. Any questions with it, I'm always happy to have a chat with you about them and give you some free samples if you need to. But I'm really enjoying my fishing with the Parker Baits range at the moment. So there we go, fish number 2 of the session. This one obviously put up, I gotta be fair, a bit of a fight in terms of the net, but once again, Parker Baits does the business. Fish number 2, and again, not going to weigh you. Like I said, I'm only here for a bend in the rod today, get into 2024 with a couple of fish to grace my net. But what can you do when you can get these on your net? You can't certainly complain. Absolutely immense. Beautiful scale pattern for this lovely common. Bit of a torpedo shape. Not really behaving well, yeah, as you can tell. But yeah, let's get one more look at him, and then let's get it back. Beautiful. Thank you very much. There we go then, fish number 3. Literally, talking to the owner, going through a few things, having a bit of a catch up. Rod rips off as she was here. Unfortunately, just as I was just about to grab the net, it come off, bit of a hook pull. So I checked the rig, checked what was going on, quick change, get the rod back out. Literally didn't even have a chance to put the bobbin back on, and away it's gone. You can see a little bit of flickering with the line, and this beauty is ripped off. Probably the one that's put the best battle out so far. So yeah, again, not going to weigh you. We're going for the bend in the rod, as we keep saying. But yeah, I'll probably give us about 8 to 9 pound, but we're here just to obviously get that bend. So far, really good fishing day. Get this one back now. So we use the video of some stills, but yeah, another one to grace net. Parker Baits. What can we say? Yellow pop up, 12 mil. Job done. Thank you very much. Mwah. Okay guys, bit of an update, a bit of a check-in with you all. I think so far so good. We've been here literally 2.5 hours. We've had 3 fish on the bank. Unfortunately we have lost one as well, so you know it's going pretty good so far. But I thought I'd just check in and then just give an update where we are in terms of what the plan of action I was going into this afternoon. The lake's gone pretty quiet. The 2 lads that were up the top end, they've now moved on to the top of the lake. I think there was a bit of showing activity up there, so they've decided to move on there. The match angler is still obviously with us on the pole, but so I got no reason to move. The fish are in front of me. Let's say we've had 4 and landed 3 so far. I wouldn't be surprised now if the rod goes off again in the next couple of minutes, but no, so far so good. But just to touch on as well, you know, the baits, we aren't going to do anything fancier. The hook baits, we've kept it relatively simple. Let's say with simple pop-up rigs, 12mm pop-ups, the OG fruit and nuts, boom section, and again the OMC range coming in. I have got the lock with me. This one's obviously the clone, so there's a bit of different variety there if I need to change quickly, if I think the hook pattern's not working, but so far the lock has been doing wonders for me. In terms of the baits I normally use, again, we are using the Parker baits. This one, company obviously with the flat spot. This is the 10mm range. So recently they've obviously changed it. They've been allowing us to get the 10mm. I think if you're fishing the bigger waters, different times of the year, you are going for the big 14, 15 and the 18mm. But I like the 10mm. I've always liked the 10mm when I'm on the intimate waters, and this is no different. So if we could just hold those up there. This is the fruit and nut, and you know, it smells absolutely delightful. And obviously with a double coating on there, as soon as it hits the water, you can start seeing it all flaking up, and it brings them in. And if there's any fish in the higher levels or even the mid water, they're coming down, they're seeing these flecks of dustings coming up, and they're taking it off and away they go. As the guy on the far side has had a bit of duck trouble going through his lines, so apologies for the noise in the background. But no, like I say, we've got the OG fish and the OG fruit and nuts. My preference today, especially with the winter months, is going to be the fruit and nuts. It's done wonders for me down on the water so far, so I got no reason to change. Going into this afternoon again, not making any drastic changes. I think I'll just stick with the 2 rods again. I don't think I need to put a 3rd one out. I spoke with Elaine earlier on, and she said exactly the same. If I want to maybe put one down in the margin, but so far so good. So don't need to change anything. Don't need to put any more pressure in the water than I need to. So we'll keep the tactics exactly the same. Hopefully for another fish or 2. Okay, so as soon as we just obviously had another fish, obviously it was a perfect opportunity for us to go through what our rig setup is for today. Like I said, nothing fancy. We're here for a bend in the rod. It is a runs water, so I don't think we need to be doing anything over the top. Basic rigs, nice little setup, and hopefully get everybody sort of understanding what we are going to be doing with the setups. What you see now is 2 simple rigs in front of you. So one's a bottom bait with a wafter, the second one is a pop-up. Both obviously with the OMC range and Parker baits. So just talking through the rig setup. The first one with the wafter, we've literally got the 15-pound blend fluorocarbon hook link, which is in the stiff from OMC. Just to help our weight it down, then we've got the little dog biscuit to weigh it down. We're not putting putty on it. I don't think it's needed to at the moment. It's not anything to with the wind or the water or anything, so I don't think it's going to be going around everywhere. And I think with the fish they are, it'll be sucking up the breaks nice and easy as well. Coming in, obviously, as I mentioned earlier on, we are working with the Parker baits now. So on the wafter rig, it is, like I said, simple. It's a 12mm wafter, pink wafter on the OG fruit and nut range. So again, for me, I think with intimate waters like this, the less sort of standout, obvious hook baits that are going to be seen by the fish, then the better. So far, both rods have gone off. One with a pop-up, one with a wafter, so it's currently 1-1. So definitely something's working out there as we wanted to. Second rig is the standard pop-up, again using the OMC range. Both these hooks, you'll notice they are the lock, size 6 and the barbless. This is a barbless water, so we've got to make sure that we are looking after the fish care as #1 priority, but also the fact that we are obviously maintaining the rules of the fishery. So yeah, both of them obviously on the lock hook from OMC. Part of the reason I use these, I just love the hook pattern. As you can see from the size and the shape, It's very much something that you probably would have seen with my other rigs in the past, so I've definitely converted across to these as my go-to rigs now on my hook patterns. And hook link, you do get obviously the semi-stiff and you get the stiff. I do prefer the stiff because it just gives me that little bit of confidence that it is going to be pushed away from the lead a little bit more than the rest of the stuff. But obviously with the pop-up I have gone for the blended, more of a sort of coated hook link. And I can show you that now. So we'll see, we've got the coated hook link in brown, 18-pound hook link. All I've basically done is tied it on blood knot style to the rig, to the quick change swivel, which is then accompanied with a yellow kicker. All I've simply done on the bottom of it, obviously you can see that, I've literally just stripped off a little bit of extra coating just to give that extra bit of buoyancy when it's easy to pull it up, and hopefully then the rig will be easy to be sucked up by the carp. In terms of this hook bait, yeah, again, Parker baits. This time we were going for the pink pop-ups. So again, from the size, for me, I've always thought a washed out pink in this little setup would be a lot better than anything else. So it's worked wonders for me in the past, so why change it? So far, like I said, 1-all. So something must be going right out there. Can't fault it. See what else we can bring. Here we go then, guys. Very similar size to the other ones. We can get him out, let him go back. Maybe we can be gracious with his big brother or his grandparents. Let him go nice and smoothly now. Just get that net back out in the open, watching the trees. And here we go. Off to grace somebody else's net. Beautiful. Well, there we are then, guys. Fish number 5 safely back in the water now, so hopefully that the rods are back out. We can catch another number 6 and then get it on the bank. But didn't want to bring that one on the bank. Simple fact was it wasn't bigger than the other ones. We were just obviously seeing the same fish sizes over and over again. I know I said we were here for a bend in the rod, but we proofs in the pudding, the fish bait works. So let's see if we can get one of the big ones out. If I'm honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised now if this one doesn't rip off in the next few minutes. Simple fact is we just changed a little bit of tactics slightly. Instead of putting it with a stringer, I put a PVA mix bag, a PVA mesh bag on there with Parker base crushed into it from the fruit and nuts, and obviously the post smell that is absolutely gorgeous. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's right up against the island now. So if the fish are there and they're milling around underneath the island and leave cutaways, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a bite pretty quickly. But yeah, I'll show you where we are now. So there we are, literally the left-hand rod. We are literally into the centre of the island, into the gap by obviously the broken stump there, and we're a foot off it. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes off pretty quickly because that is tight to the island, and that's notoriously where we've caught fish in the past, especially in the summer of the surface fishing we've done. That is a very, very big hot spot. So fingers crossed, rods are out. Come on the carp. Well, there we go then, boys and girls. The first session of 2024 is done. There was nothing else obviously from the changes that we made. I think obviously as soon as that temperature dropped and the sun's gone behind the trees and the mountain here in sunny South Wales, I think the fish have either moved up to the deeper waters or they've gone obviously and obviously grazed somebody else's net. But no, productive day. 5 runs, landed 4. So I think we can safely say that the goals that we set out with at the beginning of the day, just to get a bend in the rod, try out a few new methods. Like I said, with the pink magic bean, the 12 mils, and obviously the pink, well, the washed out pink OG fruit nut pop up, doing the business today. So can't fault it. Been a really, really productive day. It's a good start to 2024. Like I said, normally I get out a little bit earlier, but this year we didn't decide to do that. We have got a lot planned for this year though. We got a lot to do with linear. We've entered the Big Un Cup, which starts now in April. We've also got the Phoenix Socials that myself and Liam won last year. We've got those to come as well. So yeah, keep everybody stay tuned, keep up to date with what's going on with us, and hopefully we'll bring you some more content. Obviously some bangers as well with the fish. But like I said, today really productive. As I said this now, 2 fish just on the spot we've just reeled in from. So we're getting home. Tottenham, obviously just been watching it on the side now. There's 1-1 with Brighton as my phone's died, so I don't know the result of yet, so it could be a nice surprise or it could be a really bad ending to the day, but we'll soon see. But Wales versus England rugby's on. We'll see obviously if the Welsh can come out victorious, but it'll be a big task, and we'll go from there. But no, enjoyed you guys. It's been a really productive day. Until the next one, keep safe, and we'll stay soon. But again, as always, if you've enjoyed the video, give us a big like. Also, of course, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciated when we come to obviously do some content like this. As you know, it's a family one YouTube channel, as in a way, because we want to try and bring a different side of fishing. I know there's a lot out there, but whatever we can do to bring us some smiles on your faces and show you a family aspect side of it with the fishing, that'd be even better. So again, a lot planned obviously with the family this year with some fishing holidays, but like I said, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, see you later.